welcome to Thursday's episode of The Pebble. It is episode 4, and if you're just joining us, then welcome, and if you have come back, thanks. Thursdays are mostly going to be about thrifting, just because it's one of my most favorite things in the entire world. It is my therapy, and that's my therapy dog in the background. Thrifting, I'm not joking, has become a therapeutic thing for me. In other episodes, you'll see me talk about people start collecting and doing other things that they find help them through hard times and bring joy to them. In fact, I didn't realize just how much of a therapeutic item it was for me until the pandemic, when I couldn't do it. But I would take about $15 to $20 in my pocket and go to the local store, and there was something about just the time for me and just going through the items. It was a treasure hunt. It was fun, and it gave me a bit of a purpose for that day, and if I came home with something, it gave me a boost. And I want to talk about it in a way that also talks about sustainability and things not ending up in a landfill. There's so many good things about thrifting, but there are downsides too, and we're going to talk about the what nots to do. You don't want to be a hoarder, and I hope that I can bring you to the side of thrifting. But there's a lot about fashion that we'll talk about on Fridays. I'm not against a good new item every now and then and a little extra flair, but Thursdays, that's thrifting. And I want you to know there's so many ways that you can thrift. For example, I have part of my set that has been thrifted, and I left the tag on it, and I'll do a close-up in case you can't see it. But I bought this at the local Buffalo Savers for $7.49, mostly because it looks sturdy and I needed a chair for my studio space, and I thought it was pretty. Turns out it's this local place that is super well known, and the chair's worth like $100. Now, I didn't buy it because of that, but what a win, right? And I got something with a story, and I think getting items with a story is extra special. Now, I'm feeling pretty snazzy. I won't always be dressed up for the Pebble, but every now and then I like a little extra splash. And I admit it, I was a teen in the 80s. I like a little Gucci in my life. And these are vintage Gucci pants. Now, you have to be careful. I'm not saying you don't want to pay attention to where you get them, but don't think you only can thrift at stores. I got these in an estate sale. An estate sale for $10, and they're legit. Legit Gucci pants. Yes, I did a little jiggle. $10, right? Now, this lovely Trina Turk jacket. I'm a huge fan of ThredUps. If you've seen any of my reels on Instagram, ThredUp is one of the best sources, and we'll talk more about sourcing in future videos. I got this. I will double check to get, and you can see it in the reel, for, I believe, I got it for something like $12. Really good deal. So, woo, look at that. Talking like $22, and Michael Kors shoes. Woo, so feeling very snazzy, probably wearing hundreds of dollars of clothing for less than $100, including shoes. That's one of the reasons, boom, for thrifting. But also, where would these clothes have ended up? Our earth is covered in things in landfills, and then we keep making new things. The fast fashion world has gone a little insane. Again, I am not going to preach against getting nothing new. We all like a little extra flair. It's a balance, but I want you to see what you can do with thrifting. I am going to have challenges where we will pull out a magazine sheet and see how closely we can match something that is the new and latest with what we can find in a thrift store. And maybe you could join in the challenges with me. I think that would be a lot of fun. But we are also going to see why you should shop your closet before you go shopping. Because even this thrifty gal has made some mistakes, and I will be very honest about them, because that's just a waste of money. You don't need to buy the same item more than once, and I've done it. So stay tuned. Welcome to my closet, or at least the Pebbles closet. And this is the closet of should have paid attention to what we already had. And this is why my tip number 1 for thrifting is shop your closet before you go shopping. Now, you might notice that I have a theme. One of my favorite colors and go-to is navy and or navy to black, but mostly navy. I really feel good in navy. I like navy stripes. I like solid navy. And you might notice I seem to like the plaid check look. And when I was prepping to move to Buffalo, I started thinking about late fall transition clothes into winter because that's not something I needed in Galveston. And I started ordering a little bit crazy. And so I ordered this and I ordered this in 2 different orders. And I ordered this. Now, those don't seem necessarily bad, except that I already owned this and this and this. Now, I don't think I probably needed this and this with already owning this. And I really didn't need this, probably owning this, and probably didn't need both of these since, yes, this really isn't the same, but as you'll notice, there's a lot of repetition here. These are the things you need to think through because you don't want to overwhelm your budget, overwhelm your closet, and you need to really think about your style and where you want to make your choices. And it's one thing to have a look, a theme, and there's another thing to be monotonous. So I have some regrets here. For example, really the same shirt. Now, yes, I got a great bargain on ThredUp with this, but really the same shirt. So it doesn't matter how cheap it was because it was really wasted money. Now, yes, it's black, so it's not like I won't ever wear it, but where could I have invested that in my home or other places? These are the things to think about, right? Now, had I not bought this, I probably wouldn't think twice about this. This then would not really be the same thing. Yes, it's a check, but it's black. It has the billowing sleeves. It has the embroidery. Fine. What I don't understand is why within a couple of weeks ago I did this. This is not paying attention. This is getting caught up in shopping mania. I did that. I was excited for the move. I wasn't paying attention. That can happen too with thrifting. Don't lose track of your purchases and thrifting, especially when it involves bidding. If you do anything with eBay or Shop Goodwill, you can get very excited with it. But also with ThredUp, if they have sales going, you can get a little going there. Don't lose track of what you've already just bought. This hadn't come yet when I ordered this. Totally forgot that I ordered this. Don't make that mistake. Track your packages, track your orders, and watch your budget. Don't overbuy for yourself. That's a big tip. Okay, so we've discussed the checks. It gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when I saw this on Shop Goodwill, I thought that's beautiful. That's a great transition dress. Armani Exchange, it was new with tags. It's a great dress. It was a great purchase. Except I had bought this 2 years ago and I'd forgotten it because we'd been living in Galveston and I'd bought it for a cold winter trip that I did not go on. And I did not shop my closet. New with tags, French Connection, never been worn. So this great deal on Armani Exchange, not a great deal because I already own this. So this probably needs to go on Poshmark or eBay because I don't need to. Worse yet, I have this very similar, shorter version that I did wear quite a bit in Galveston. So I have 3 very similar dresses. This is why, I'll say it again, it's worth saying over and over. And it's true even if you don't thrift. Shop your closet before you go shopping, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a shopper, make sure you don't own it. If you like to shop, if you are a clothing person, minimalists don't have to worry about it. You can tune me out. This is not your show. Shop your closet first because there you go. That's why.